the boss chick allegedly arrested because of engaging in some illegal business. Frankiejustgymit comes out guns blazing to defend his actions after a placard of him asking people if they are proud of their stomachs went viral, and the whole situation took a turn for the worst. And then finally, Nadia, Mukami, and Bwoy have confirmed that they are indeed an item. This is, of course, the report card. Welcome, and let's get to brewing.
Here we go.
The report card. Brewing entertainment honey.
Believe in music.
What's up, Rebecca Reader? Welcome back to the coolest gang on planet Earth, the Readers Gang. Be part of us. I mean, listen, if you've not smashed anything the entire month, please don't allow that dry spell to take you out. Smash this subscribe button and be part of the Readers Gang battalion. Be part of the Mukami is my name. Let's get to brew. So Frankiejustgymit it's on Friday. He decided, let me push my creative envelope so that I can sell my own meal plans out to whoever cares or whoever will catch this placard. So he posed this question to both men and women, because I really don't think, like, even when I read it, I was like, he was not super specific at he's just talking to women. But I sort of feel like women, we were pressed, because most of us think I'm a pakacha when I was doing a pakacha. And we sort of felt like this is a very personalized message. Like, what the hell? You little body shaming human being calling yourself a trainer? Like, what? So he asks us, look at your stomach. Are you proud of it? Okay, honestly, let me tell you, like, the first call to action when someone says, look at your stomach, are you proud? You first do this, yeah? And then when you realize that my stomach is not flat like the girlfriend, the Kwamboka's stomach, you get man pressed. You're irritated. First, it irritates you, and then you're like, so where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, Frankie? Excuse me. Do you want us to square this out? And as a matter of fact, whether my stomach is big or not, whether it is from here to Timbuktu, why is it paining you? What's your issue? I swear, like, you jump into defensive mode. Then, after that, now you sort of sober down and you're like, this is legit some hardcore body shaming. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Then after that, now maybe at the back of your mind, you're like, I am mad pressed because I am not proud of how my stomach looks, probably. And then, interestingly enough, it was some type of reverse psychology that got you pissed, but then I am so sure that he did make business from it, because I am so sure, because at the end of the day, he was like asking the question and then coming up with a call to action that we have some new meal plans and we're giving you 70% off for anybody who wants to take up this offer. So the thing went viral. Like, when we talk about a viral moment for Frankiejustgymit, in a bad or in a good way, depends on how you look at it, because we say no publicity. All publicity is publicity. There's no good or bad publicity. I don't know how you guys choose to look at it. But I'm telling you, that thing went viral, and when the clips or when the cardboard of him asking people, so most people assumed it's women being asked, women being targeted. It was targeting women, females. We were pissed. So the West Africans got a hold of it, and I am telling you, Frankie was roasted. He was offered as burnt sacrifice in the mountains. You know what God replaced Isaac with? That was Frankie. Like, go here and be roasted. Sure. They came for that man. They were like, no wonder you have no kids. Look at yourself, a body shaming man. See your life. I wonder who will even prescribe to you. Oh, and one even has a blue tick. As in, they were just, it was funny going through their comments, and even on some forums, like female forums, guys were like, that Frankie sucks, that Frankie needs to go. And then he realized that I just might have messed this up. I was like, did I mess this up? Like, was I misunderstood? Really? Okay, so then he takes to his stories, and this is what he had to say.
Now to address the post, so I feel like it was taken way out of context. Yes, the post was broad, it was vague, and it's easy to assume certain things. I'm not too sure where that came about. My whole point with that post was to bring awareness to the youth that and where are your organs? Within your midsection. Your midsection is your stomach. So the whole point of it, and that's what I'm saying, it was vague. It was not vague, it was broad, and I didn't really necessarily tap into it by addressing exactly what I meant by it. So it's very easy to manipulate the statement.
So, I mean, I'm like, the explanation sounds so cheesy. Oh my god. And he was targeting Mayuthi, and he was targeting those Mayuthi who go out to drink, you eat unhealthy, blah blah blah, come back home, then you have these fat deposits on your stomach area. Not cool. Just trying to show people that a healthy lifestyle is what needs to be initiated. And then other than that, she was like, I've even had my clients, I've had clients with big stomachs who have ran marathons and they are fit as fiddles. So at the back of my mind, I'm like, Frankie, first of all, bro, like, you don't need to be an alcoholic or a drinker or a consumer of wine or soda or whatever to have a big stomach. Some of our stomachs are generic, they're inherited. Does he know that? Has anyone told him that? So I don't know, with his little explanation, did I buy it? Do I still feel like this was body shaming? Yes, I do. I still feel like there was a proper way of you telling people that, you know what, guys, I think it's time for us to initiate a healthy lifestyle without you pretending like you're trying to help, I don't know, by doing this subtle type of call out. But in actual sense, there is no way you're going to look at it and it will not form out as that was some heavy body shaming thing that you did. There is no way in between. Point blank period. Because if someone says, okay, look at your dick, are you happy with the size of your dick? Look at that, your dick, are you happy with the size? What would you say? Would you be like, yeah, I'm happy, or no, I'm not? What do you want me to do about it? This is how God created me. And I'm like, don't worry, I have a solution. Zile za bongo zile sijui kukuza kufanya uume ukwe kubwa nini, or someone looks at your face and they're like, see your acne, are you happy with how you look? Do you understand? Like, I think we need to give this type of examples. And you know what? And you're looking at yourself and you're like, it's not my fault that I have acne. It's not my fault that maybe I have spots. Like, if I could get rid of them, then I'm like, I have a solution. Like, what we are saying is there are better ways, I think, to sell the message other than just looking like you're trying to attack, or you're trying to be super aggressive. Like, I think that was like some aggressive marketing, which at the back of his mind, I don't think Frankie had anticipated that the people will take the message literally and they will be very offended, especially now in these times that we are living in. You cannot just walk out here and say something without people taking offense in it. So his little explanations, I'm sure whatever he was working towards, his clients came for him. No, his clients paid him. And those of us who are not his clients were the ones who are probably borderline affected. And I got a couple of women talking about, because I sort of feel like, the best way as to how this message maybe would have been given was for him to say, guys, listen, I want us to be healthy, and being healthy does not necessarily mean that you are fat or you're skinny. It's just that I am pro a healthy lifestyle. I am eating clean right now. Maybe these are the things I've chose to deliberately cut out of my diet because there's a certain lifestyle I am chasing, not to look trim, not to look like the girls who have gone for 1,000,001 surgeries, because we stay here, like you look at the Instagram babes, most of them have gone for surgeries, or not even looking at people who have a very good metabolic system, like their metabolism is fast. So whether they eat, they don't eat, their stomachs still remain flat as these walls and their bodies still pop, So he would have maybe come out, because I'm not even sure if a lot of people caught his little explanation of him trying to explain, I don't know, the vasectoresis, fatty cysts and whatnot that is caught in the gastric cysts, all that. I'm not sure if people caught that. You would have just told us, you would have, framed your message in a way to make it seem like I am here to give a solution because we are trying to push for a healthier lifestyle, vis-a-vis you coming out with this message that was borderline body shaming, regardless of whether it was meant for the men, the women, regardless of whether this message was unisex or not, it was still borderline body shaming. Okay, so I don't know where some of these rumors start from. By the way, I've not told you, hit the notifications that you do not miss when we post and upload. And major shout out to anybody who is catching up with our report cards from whichever part of the world. And if you see an ad, do not skip the ad. Let us please be able to, even us, we want to be on those trips, the ones that Huda takes on those yachts that she takes and all that stuff. So, Huda, the boss chick, there's this rumor that started from the foothill of Shimba Hills all the way to the tip top of Mount Kilimanjaro, that this babe, so I think this was the last video that Huda posted, on her profile, because you search for Huda, she is not there. Her profile was deactivated, and guys came to the conclusion that somebody started a very nasty ass rumor that Huda has been apprehended kwa sababu gani? She is allegedly dealing in mihadarati huko Mayulu in Dubai. Now, they were saying, oh, you see now, she even deleted her accounts, la la la. I don't know, that was the long and short of the story, that it was the mihadarati gist. And you know what, I heard that rumor, that this was last week, and I was like, guys, even if Huda is not the brightest bulb in the room, which I doubt, I think she is, this baby is very street smart. That much I have to give it up to her. She has made her way, she has, she's literally that person who has understood that you need to do anything. Do anything, as long as at the end of the day, she's those people who say the end justifies the means. So if this is going to get me a life full of comfort, I'd rather suffer now, but then assure that my comfort will still be attained or achieved some years later. You understand that kind of sitch. So someone brought it my way, and I was like, guys, are we even serious? Huda is somebody. This is someone. If they were actually to catch this babe, they would have caught this babe in her 20s. If this is really what you want to say Huda now is dealing in, or maybe is what she has been dealing in all her life, apart from just selling her entrepreneur skills. The truth of the matter is, if in her 20s, this babe was not caught sleeping, what makes you think that in her 30s anybody is going to catch and apprehend Huda? I don't know, for peddling. Why would I was like, people use brain power. Even if you're not a rocket scientist, it should not be an issue where you're sitting down and trying to say, oh, she's become clumsy, this is how she's making her money. A lot of people by then have tried to figure out how this babe moves. We have tried to figure out how exactly exactly does Huda make her money? Okay, apart from entrepreneurship, and which we have never really quite caught her in the act of panuashipping. But we stay new, okay? Just because we're like, okay, so what other thing could she be doing? I mean, like her business, the business that she has is possibly not, it cannot afford her the kind of lifestyle she lives. So she's just like, you know what? When she told us that she has those knee bands because she's on the floor, I think going ahead, we're pig up swaki kisasawa, giving the men what they deserve so she can make her money. We've all had that kind of suspicion. It's just been like, I think that's what she's doing, but nobody has ever quite caught her in her panuaship journeys. So, if we did not catch Huda back then, in panuashipping or, dealing in whatever it is that people want to say she's dealing in, what makes you think that this babe at this point is going to come out and just be caught sleeping? So anyway, long and short of the story, I saw this somewhere and I had to ask a very reliable source. So this is someone I know. This is someone who they are acquaintances with hoods. And it's like, what is this? Because if there's anyone who would have come out and said it's true, she's run into some problems, I would have believed this person. So when I asked my source in fact rubbished and laughed it off. Like, are you people even serious? I was like that. Listen, that's exactly what I thought when that rubbish was brought, and that rubbish came from the foothills of Shimba. I was like, absolutely not. That's absolute rubbish. It's nonsense. I spoke to Huda yesterday and I don't know nothing about anything about what is being alleged here. So it's a lie, guys. It's a lie. And actually, even to me, even before this, just use common sense. If they didn't catch Huda sleeping in her 20s, if they have never pinned such rubbish on her name when she was still young, wild, and free, because now the older you grow, the more reserved and more calculated you become, okay? Even if you were wild, like there are some decisions that maybe you make in your 20s, like once you get to mid-20s, you're changing. Then you get to your late 20s, you're changing. Get to early 30s, you change. You get to mid-30s, change. Get to your late 30s, like that is life. That is how life works. Things keep changing, they keep shifting. Maybe some things, okay, in as much as things change, sometimes they still stay the same. But the mistakes that maybe you would have made then in your youthy, like when you are proper youthy, like in your early 20s, when Huda was putting out nude photos, like that's how most of us knew about her. Like when she was putting out nude photos, when she was just, she started that whole socialite movement, yes? Those are like the OGs. And then Vera was like sort of sucked in, but Huda was like the OG. She was gorgeous, she had a hot banging body. She was just like, and her body has not really changed that much. Only that maybe like the things that she does now have probably changed. But she looked fire. And then when she introduced this whole socialite movement thing to us, everybody was confused because, back then I think we only had like Facebook and Twitter. Instagram was not even a thing. Like proper Instagram was not a thing. So when was this, 2012 or 20? Was it 2012? Somewhere in. It was not really a thing. Like Instagram was there, but it was not a big deal. YouTube was also there, but here we were still, not quite understanding. We're not groping the ropes of it. But then Huda was there, and she was looking smashing in her body. So if back then, would have been that kind of radical girl, because I don't think she was even thinking. She was just like, I'm going to do, that ghetto hustler mentality. If they were to catch her sleeping in any type of illegal shit, I kid you not, it would have been then. It would have therefore been then. Those years, that is when they would have therefore caught her. But if they never caught her, if they have never even put such a thing on her name, like all we've put on Huda's name is entrepreneurship business. We have never put any type of illegal peddling ish on her brand. I don't know why anyone would even want to sit and try to suggest something like this. So anyway, as far as we are concerned right now, currently, the whole thing was just but a damn unfounded rumor, not true. She was not arrested, she's not caught peddling. Hauzi mihadarati ama anauza lakini hajapatwa. Hauzi hajapatikana, bado yuko Dubai, anakula maisha yake, anaendelea na kazi zake zile. So no, it's a rumor and it's false. Alright, so that question that we were asking, are these guys just working together? Our boy Nadia Mukami last week, this was last week, when they came together as husband and wife or as couples. Wanakulana, and they decided, let us just confirm whatever people have been suspecting. And this is what has been happening. So I came out and said, yes, it's true. Ali and I actually, Nadia Mukami now is like, that's how women have been zenguliwad by Diamond Platnumz. They don't call him Diamond, they call him Nasib. So that is how Nadia is into this thing. I'm telling you. Because there's no way, as a matter of fact, right now, like with us knowing what we do, with us knowing how Arrowboy just denied Nadia, like how Arrowboy just jumped that Nadia Mukami ship. It's like, wow, okay. Okay. So, like, we started dating a long time, we've just been under wraps, like, we've been putting this thing, chini ya maji. If you guys started dating a long time, yeah, and if it's chini ya maji, why did that Ali boyfriend of yours, Nadia, and you know what, me and Bede, I'm like in Nadia's corner. Legit, like I think Nadia is super talented. I'm a fan of Nadia Mukami. I am a fan of Nadia Mukami's work ethic. Okay? So I'm literally in Nadia's corner. And I know, like, when we start asking these very uncomfortable questions, people hate them. They really hate this kind of questions because they'll be like, stop. But if you guys were dating, long time thing, why was he so comfortable disrespecting you like that? Like, if he knew that he even had like an ounce of feeling for you as a person, why was he so comfortable disrespecting you and denying you the way he did? I really don't care what anyone wants to say right now. If you want to say it was just PR, Nadia was not denied, Arrow did not deny Nadia. Maybe that's how you guys understood it. I don't give two shits because it is very obvious. If you and this person, if you had something for this person and this person had something back, it's like we had these feelings for each other from the jump or from the start. Then what's up? Like, what are we doing? Really? What are we doing? Someone who saw you in that light, because Nadia, I kid you not, you are the one who was deeply invested in Ali. You are the one who loved this man. You are the one who saw this man as the man who was going to give you radio love. He was the man who was going to give you anything else other than radio love, and you guys are going to be put up, cozied up. You are just going to get it together as a couple. But to be really honest, guys, Arrowboy was not invested in Nadia from the jump. And I am saying the truth. Whether Ali over Arrowboy over Andrew, whatever, whether you guys want to sit here and say that people change, Arrowboy is strategically using Nadia because he knows that Nadia's numbers is where it's at now. I'm not lying. And Nadia, as I said previously, the bait always dies. She's the bait. And she's really genuinely, truly invested in this guy. She's that kind of babe, you look at her and you're like, babe, are you sold? That she's like, yes, I will do anything remotely possible, to just make him happy, to make me happy, to make, our whole relationship happy. She is that kind of babe. And all the time, those things never end well for anybody. Because you'll be there saying, this is what I wanted, or this is what I had envisioned for myself, only for you to end up heartbroken, to end up distraught, to end up feeling like, I feel like a bag of shit right now. Because the person that you thought was gonna have your back later on, that's when rumors of, I don't know, Ali smashing some other piece somewhere comes out, and then Nadia will be left heartbroken. I just don't know. I don't even know where they get the courage, where Nadia gets the courage to flaunt a man who denied her publicly. I just don't understand it. I don't even understand how Nadia, got the guts to come out with the Ali shirtless. Then Nadia talks too much. When I get in that thing, she was the one who was chitty chatty. Defending her mans. That was Nadia. That was Nadia for you. Like, listen, let me gist you. This and this and this. This will end not even in premium. It will end in flooded tears. Like what took out the Germans that other time in the floods. That is how it will be. Budalangi floods, tears. Like this from Nadia's side, not from Arrowboy's side, because Arrowboy is he knows what he's chasing, and the minute he gets it, of course, he's getting the cookies plus the jar plus a refill of what is in the cookie jar, and then plus the clout that he's been chasing for. I'm not even going to bat my eye when saying this, because we know how this story will end. Budalangi floods and 50,000 buckets of premium tears, because it is what it is. So yes, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, smash the subscribe button, join our readers gang, coolest gang ever, and be part of the report cards, so that hit notifications that you don't miss when we post and upload. Post your comment on anything that has been said here. If you agree, if you disagree, we are that kind of place. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you again in the next brew.